Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Casual Couch Gaming, with your host, Magnus Tsunami. Today, I will be playing Top Gear Rally. I hope you enjoy. So we're playing through the Championship of Top Gear Rally for today, and we will be playing the first season. We will be joined by our young racer, John. How will John do in his first ever rally? He's trying to raise the money to help his sick uncle. Will he make it or will he flop? Oh, and he's already failing. He's all over the place, hitting into every wall. It seems John's driving was not enough. He's struggling to keep control of his vehicle, bumping into every wall he sees. Oh, and what a crash! Ow, I'm surprised his car is still going, honestly. Taking over the car, finally hitting into 19th position. Seems like he'll need to overtake 19 cars. Wow, that's a lot of cars. Getting into 18th position, but he's still hugging all the barriers, bumping and shunting them as much as he possibly can. You would think for such an expensive rally car, you wouldn't even want a single dent on it, let alone so many bumps. Regardless, he seems to be going quite fast. Ooh, knocks another racer flying. Young John is all over the place. I wonder where he learnt to drive from. Maybe he learnt to drive in a farm? I don't know. He didn't really tell me much about his backstory, other than the fact that he's trying to raise money and he's trying to make it as a rally driver. So maybe after the race I will get to interview him and find out more about his backstory. Regardless, he seems to be struggling to stay on track. He's swerving and sliding all over the place, which is costing him time. Will John be able to stay on track, or will he still be all over the place? Well, we'll see how we go, as one wheel looks as if it's about to fall off, and the chassis of the car is severely damaged. It's not going to be good for his sponsors. I don't think his sponsors would be too happy about him. Anyone treating a car in such a poor manner obviously has no care in the world how bad they drive their car, as he's hugging the walls. He's really slamming into those barriers like it's nobody's business. Oh, hearing those bangs and bumps as he hits some hang time. Nice air time there. I'm surprised that didn't damage the suspension. I don't know why John keeps hitting into the walls, but he really is struggling to stay away from them. Maybe he has a fascination with hitting into them, or maybe that's his strategy. Well, his car's not going to last much longer if he keeps doing this, though. We'll see how he goes, as John has just hit 14th position and hit the driver in front of him. Wow, if this was a test to see how many things he could hit, he would score the highest. The rules of a rally are not to hit anything, not to hit any of the races, and to stay on track. Well, if this was a true rally and not a video game, he would have been disqualified. But lucky, this is just a video game, and none of it is real. The story is made up, and the drivers are not real. But the story is interesting regardless, because, well, why the heck not? And it seems like we're trading paint with the 13th position racer, as John finally manages to overtake him. Another racer up ahead. It looks purple. Never mind. I think he's finally getting the hang of staying on the track. Nope, spoke too soon. He really likes to hug those inner corners. As he skids around that corner. Oh, I am so surprised this car is still holding together. That lighthouse is a nice feature though. This track is quite interesting. I don't know where this is located exactly, but I do like this game. The coastal shores, the cliffs. For such a basic rally racing game, something about this game is enjoyable, whether it's the graphics, the realism of the racing itself isn't, well, real, because obviously if this was a real car I'd be destroyed by now. But the simplicity of racing, trying to beat the other racers, and I'm guessing the goal here is to come in first as our young driver John is hugging the right-hand wall, slamming into it at 180 kilometers per hour. For those that use miles per hour, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to figure that out later. I might even put it in the video conversion, maybe. I don't know, we'll see how I feel, depending on how generous I am. Anyway, so our young racer John is flying through the course in 7th position. He's on the 3rd lap right now in 6th position. He needs to beat 5 other racers in order to get 1st position. Will his constant harassment of the barriers and barraging of the barriers get him to 1st position? Or will that slow him down too much and make him lose far too much time to get there? It seems that there's a lot of sand in this section. Oh, that was a nasty bump. He's all over the place. Where the hell did he get his license from? I really don't know. I'm just glad I'm not in the car with him, because that would be terrifying. Especially going at such high speeds around corners. Skidding out like that would give anyone nightmares. And those wheels are really poking out. How this car is holding together is beyond me as he sideswipes that car with full force. How that car didn't go flying off into the distance is beyond me. Well, so our young driver has managed to get 3rd. Will he manage to get 2nd or 1st? Only time will tell, as he's coming close to the finish line, heading into the tunnel. Ooh. All those shunts, all those bumps and crunches, all those bangs, they aren't very reassuring, but he manages to secure 2nd position. Nicely done, young driver. Nicely done. Although, if you had done a better job without heading into so many things, that would be better, as we now head to the jungle stage. So how will our novice driver John do in this 2nd race? Ooh. It seems we're on an off-road track. Will John do better here? Will his performance from the last race be reflected here? I don't know, honestly. Only time will tell. It seems to be a very interesting track, with trees and mud everywhere. I'm guessing this is one of a course where you're going to have to be careful. Ooh, already bumping into the 1st corner. John's not doing so well. This track looks slippery, with water all over the track and mud. One wrong move and it could spell his doom. That corner's being taken out really at breakneck speeds. Well, 100 kilometers an hour is very fast. I think 100 kilometers, if I recall correctly off the top of my head, 100 kilometers is about 116. Oh! And John flips his car. Oh, that's gonna cost him big time as he goes over the course. What is John doing? He's all over the place. That's not gonna be good. You're supposed to stay on the track, John, not off the track. Wow, I'm surprised his car didn't completely get destroyed. He's really struggling to stay on course here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and he has totaled his car. Wow, that's unfortunate. So losing a lot of time by totaling his car, almost totaling it again after that corner. He's sliding all over the place. Come on, John, get your act together. You can do this, I know you can. And he has now lost a position. He's back down to 19th. Bumping and trading paint with the racer, trying to avoid those lanterns. Ooh. It seems John is a very, very aggressive driver. I don't know what he's done or why he's being aggressive. Maybe he's just an angry person. I really don't know. But he's gotten stuck in the mud and he's gone the wrong way. Come on, John, what are you doing? As he skids out and hits into a pole. Uh-oh. John, I think his car has stalled. I think we're stuck in the mud. I definitely don't think this is good. Come on, John. if you have to get out and push. Nope, there he goes. Manages to get the car. You're going the wrong way. What are you doing, John? You're going the wrong way. Come on, this is not good at all. How are you supposed to get in first position with a performance like this? This is absolutely dismal. I've seen you do far better than this. Come on, show us what races are made out of. I want you to show the audience what you can do. I believe in you. Show us what real rally driving is about. Oh, taking that corner out really tightly. And he manages to avoid that corner, but bumping into the other one. Oh, this is going to cost him. He's really struggling at 20th position. He's in dead last. None of the other racers are anywhere around at all. Oh, still bumping into those barriers. John still hasn't quite gotten the grasp of being able to stay on the track without hitting into anything. Come on, John. Hone those skills. Show us what you're made of. As we finally catch up to the 19th racer, as John tries to avoid those barriers. Hitting into the bridge as he comes around that corner. And he takes that corner out beautifully without hitting into anything at all. Nicely done. As he tries... Ooh, nicely done. That corner was taken out magnificently. It seems John is now determined to catch up and beat those other racers. Uh-oh, be careful, John. Oh, almost flipping out his car, but he managed to regain control. Taking 18th position as he slowly overtakes that other racer, taking out that corner and going up on the wall. Come on, John, you don't want to total your car again or flip it over. That would be dangerous right about now. We need to stay on track and we need to stay focused. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Alrighty, so John is slowly traversing these corners very carefully as the track winds and snakes. Oof, and he hits into the sign. Come on, John. Oh, no, you were doing so well. Come on, I know you can do it. Second lap out of 3, as John is really struggling in this track. He's not doing very well at all. I'm actually a little bit disheartened because I know John is a very good racer. I've seen some of his best performances, but he must not have his A game on today, or he must just be overcome with nervousness. Whatever it is, John, you need to put it behind you and really focus hard. Now, don't make the same mistake that you made last time. Oh, barely managing missing that mud area, managing to stay out of it. Well played, but try and avoid that wall. As John carefully traverses the mud track, trying not to hit into the water, because that would be a bad mistake. Taking out that corner, John is staying on track strong. Hitting into the water a little bit, although I don't think this will matter too much. As I see a racer up into the distance, he takes a shortcut. Does it pay off? Yes, it does. Oh, avoiding that other racer, but almost climbing up the wall and turtling his vehicle. That's not a good sign. Finally getting into 16th position. He's slowly catching up. Will this last lap be enough for John to catch up? Or will he completely have lost this round altogether? Now remember, for a rally here, ladies and gentlemen, I believe you need to at least qualify in 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. So let's see if John can make up for lost time from the last couple of laps as he overtakes another racer successfully as he's traversing through the jungle track. Taking out that corner beautifully. Does he hit into the wall? Ooh, yes he does. Oh, almost hurtling his car again. Wow, John is really playing it quite dangerously there. I don't know why he's not taking it safe instead, but it seems his little trick has paid off. He's managed to get into 14th position as he takes that corner out slowly. I don't know whether he's intentionally slowing down around these corners or whether he's learnt his lesson from last time. Although these corners are quite Tetris because the banks are very shallow, which is very easy to flip your car, as you saw in earlier laps. Now, Top Gear Rally has always been a favourite game of mine, just because it can easily, change the pace of, the game like this. One wrong move and you're in dead last, and there's nothing you can do to catch up. The only thing that will help to catch up is sheer skill, which John is now demonstrating very well, catching up to other racers. He's in 14th at the moment. Another racer up ahead as we head through the caves. Oh, as he bumps into him, head-on collision. He manages to overtake him, hitting into 13th position. Will John manage a better score than 13th position, or is it just too late for him as he climbs up the bank on the left-hand side? Come on, John, I know you can do it. Let's gain some ground and try to avoid that muddy area. No, we want to avoid the muddy area. We do not want a repeat of the first lap where we got bogged in the mud. That honestly cost us a lot of time, and we cannot have another repeat of that at all. Okay, come on, John. Let's see how he goes. Another racer is not far ahead as it's leaving a dust trail behind it. And John just slips into the left-hand side, overtaking him quite nicely without any need for aggression. Well done, although I don't think this is enough to have John win the race. He comes in 12th. Well, that was really dismal, and he didn't qualify, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Magnus. Tsunami.